Hi, welcome to Making a Map video. In this video, we'll go over how to make a simple map using the interactive mapping tool in Community Commons and national level datasets. The example we will use will demonstrate how to create a map that might be useful for a community trying to address food security among their school-age children and find ways to increase access to healthy food options. Making a map takes 3 steps. First, browse and select the data you want to display on your map. Secondly, review your map, which is where and how far you want to zoom your map in, as well as the data selected, and make any changes necessary. And thirdly, click on Make a Map. I'm going to start with step 1, browsing and selecting data. Notice how the data is broken out into 2 sections. The Local Initiatives section at the top contains all local initiatives as points and are grouped by initiative cohorts, focus areas and strategies, states, and funders. The CARES Public Data section on the bottom includes 7,000 plus publicly available national source datasets that are updated and maintained by the Center for Applied Research in Environmental Systems, also known as CARES. Essentially, CARES provides this compilation of publicly available data through its core engine and across its many different projects. As you can see, the data in both sections is broken up into different themes. Most of them have subcategories associated with them. If you want to learn more about the data set, click on the I button for the metadata, the data about the data. This will tell you how recent it is and the source. Take some time to explore the data layers and get familiar with what is already in the system. Now let's see how to select your data. There are endless data combinations that you could map, so when we're making a map, we need to think about what questions we're trying to answer. In this example, I'm wanting to understand food access for school-age kids in vulnerable areas. So I'm very interested in looking at the demographics in the community, income levels, where the kids go to school, free and reduced lunch eligibility, and food access points, like SNAP locations. So let's choose our data. I'm first going to look at the percent of population below poverty level all the way down to the tract level. To do this, we go to American Community Survey Data, 2009 5-year overview. Then we go to Poverty Status, Tract, and choose percent of population below poverty level at the tract level. Next, I'm going to find the schools that have a high percentage of students eligible for free and reduced price lunches. We go to Education, free and reduced price lunch eligibility, percent students eligible for free or reduced price lunches is what we choose. The next data set I want are the Supplemental Nutrition Assistant Programs retailers. I'm not sure where that is, so I'll use a search tool and type in SNAP. This pulls up all the different data layers that have SNAP in the data name, like this. Now that we have some data selected, let's focus on step 2 in reviewing the area to zoom in on. With this example, the default setting is the lower 48 states. I want to zoom in on Charleston, South Carolina. To do that, click on the Change button on the Your Map Area tab on the right, like this. A pop-up window appears that will allow me to change my area. Notice the predefined geographies you can select, like state, county, etc. If I select the address option, a star would be placed on that address, and the map would center around it. Just remember, whatever you select, you can modify later. You're not stuck with it. I'm going to make a map of Charleston, South Carolina. So I'll select the City tab. I first select South Carolina from the drop-down, click on South Carolina, and notice how the list of cities is broken out into 3 sections to make the drop-down list shorter. If I were zooming into Orangeburg, I'd have to choose the O through Z. But that's not the case, so I'll choose Charleston from the A to G section. Notice how Charleston, South Carolina is added to the queue. If you change your mind, just click on the red X to delete and to start over. So now we've chosen our data and confirmed our map area, and the last step is to click on Make a Map, and the map will load. Here we are in Charleston, South Carolina. If we look at our legend, we can see that the pink shaded area is the city boundary. The green dots are the SNAP retailers. The various shades of orange dots are the public schools, with the darker orange highlighting the schools with the highest percentage of free and reduced price lunch eligibility. The shades of green show the poverty population, with the darker green showing the higher percentage of poverty. I'm going to clean up the map to make it a bit easier to see everything. To do that, I'll go to Layer and Label Controls. This is where I can turn on and off layers to display or label the data. The pink city polygon is masking our other data layers, so I'll just hold down with my left mouse button and drag Cities and Towns layer to the bottom of the list and let go. Next, I'll uncheck the state label, since we know we're in South Carolina. We'll be able to see where we are a little better if I turn on and label highways. Now let's refresh the map. I'll zoom in a little closer using the box drawing method you'll learn more about in Navigating Your Map video. I just click on the magnifying glass, putting the cursor at the top of the area I want to zoom in on, holding the left mouse button and simply drawing a square around the area. Once I let go, the map will refresh and zoom into that area. Be sure to watch other videos to learn how to navigate through your map, modify it, and use tools to analyze the data attributes behind the dots and polygons that you see on your map. Thanks.